So I just got some really exciting mail and I wanted to share it with you guys. So essentially I've been wanting for quite some time to be able to move towards using makeup that is more sustainable, uses healthier ingredients, is cruelty-free, all of that, and that is a tall order when it comes to makeup products. But I was super excited to find this company called Elate Cosmetics, and yeah, I'm not sponsored. I paid for all this myself, just in case you're wondering. I'm just really excited. But yeah, so I got all of this makeup. Well, it's all of it. There's probably like 5 things in here. But I'm super excited to share this with you guys. I'm just gonna be opening it up and telling you my thoughts on this. And also there is a magnetic Z palette in here, so I'm going to be transferring my eyeshadows to that as well right now. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. Let's go ahead and unbox these. So I ordered this one in December and this one in January, and I just put off opening this one because I knew I was also ordering this. So I have been waiting for a long time for this one and not quite as long for this one. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what's inside here. So both of these come in cardboard boxes. They say on their website that they try to use more sustainable shipping sources, like not shipping sources, but like packaging. So, I mean, I guess cardboard is a good start. This one doesn't have any tape on it either, which is cool. And then on the inside, oh, that's really sweet. There's like this little postcard with a handwritten note. It says, "Dear Ashley, thank you for choosing Elate. Enjoy your new products." So yeah, that's really cool. And so there's that. Looks like there is some like cardboard packing type of paper. And if I'm remembering from their website, this stuff is compostable. Yeah, it's just like random paper. I think this was ordered before Christmas, so it's got a little bit of Christmas packaging. Okay, and this is what's really cool is like these are bamboo compacts. So like, what the heck? It's like super high quality, really light because it's bamboo, but like that's really, really nice. I like it. And it just has like this little design with Elate on top of it. So I got this one is for powder, and then this right here is the brow balm that they have. Let's go ahead and open this one up. I have been using eyeshadow as makeup, or I've been using eyeshadow as, what is it called? A brow balm, obviously. I don't know why that took so long to come out of my mouth. For a long time, and it works, but it doesn't work because anytime you get like anything like remotely, like you sweat a little bit or anything like that, it just like comes straight off. So I decided I would order a brow balm. This is a little bit more like a wax, and I think that looks like a perfect color for my brows. I think that's really nice. Oh, and it's got this little tiny little mirror there just behind it. And so it says this is the color Smoke. So I'm gonna have to try it out, but first impression, I really like it. It has a little like magnetic clasp at the back, so it just kind of snaps into place. Cool, cool. So this is the pressed powder, and I got the lightest shade because I'm got very light skin. But yeah, this is really cool. You have all of like these crazy ingredients in so many compacts and, you know, any kind of powder foundation. But this one says that it's mineral pigments with fruit and vegetable extracts pressed with jojoba oil. Complete the life cycle of Elate by planting this seed paper envelope to grow herbs for your next meal. I love that. That's so cool. So this has like a little bit of instructions for how to apply, but that's awesome. This little package has seeds in it, and it's paper, so I guess you could just like plant it in your garden or in like a plant pot or something. That's so fun. I love it. I'll definitely have to do that. And yeah. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It doesn't look like there's too much there, but it is a hard, like a firm powder, so I think we should be okay. So this is the compact it goes in, and it looks like there's a little magnetic clamp there. So yeah, that's really cool. And then what is really cool about both of these is that they're both refillable. So I ordered the compacts once so that I would have something to put them in, but now whenever I run out of something, all I have to do is order the refill of each of these, and I don't need to worry about like all the plastic packaging that everything typically comes in. So yeah, that's really cool. I think that box is entirely plastic free. I guess even like this little kind of, this must be a plant-based plastic then, because it says that that it's totally compostable. That's really cool, guys. That's exciting. I love it. I've been trying to like waste less. That was one of my New Year's resolutions, I think. This puts me on the right track. Okay, we're going into box number 2, and I think there's 4 things in this. Let us see, maybe 3, I can't remember. Okay, so I guess one note is the larger box did have tape on it, but other than that, it's just cardboard. Okay, in this one, another handwritten note, which is really sweet of them, and little packing slip. This is packaged very, very similarly. Same kind of like the brown paper. I've never seen packing paper like this though, so that's kind of interesting. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, let's start off with this stuff first. Okay, so to start off with, I ordered a new mascara because mine is currently, I think I probably used about the last of it this morning actually. So I guess I could just show you now because I've got my makeup bag right here. I'm going to be decluttering this, well, getting rid of it because it is, you know, can't really use an empty mascara. And this is the Elate mascara. I think this is really cool. I've never seen like a completely bamboo casing for mascara before, which is awesome. And yeah, I love that. This is, I think they've only got 1 shade, so it's black mascara, but that works for me because I've got really dark lashes. And let's get this thing out, see what it looks like. Ooh, yeah, that's very nice. I like it. It actually smells kind of good, which is strange because I never think of mascara smelling good, but I like it. Very cool. Okay, so got that. And then I also ordered a concealer because I also ran out of my concealer yesterday actually. So I'm going to be decluttering that and replacing it with this little cream concealer, which I guess you would just apply it with a little brush. And yeah, this is a glass container with, I think this is a plastic lid. Yeah, it's a plastic lid. But yeah, that's really cool. I like it. Once again, super nice and light, so it should work well for me. And then we're on to the last thing, which is the magnetic Z palette. This is once again bamboo and glass, which is super cool. But there's also some kind of like, I'm wondering if this is something you need to like peel off or what the deal is with it. Oh, here we go. Figured it out. Yeah, this just peels. Yay! Oh, okay, so this is actually plastic, not glass. So I didn't actually realize that. So honestly, this is probably something that I'm not quite as sure I love as the other stuff that I've opened so far. I feel like this, like the magnetic part of this, I feel like is coming up a little bit. And it has a scratch. But I'm still really excited to try it. So yeah, I'm going to kind of like rearrange my setup a little bit, and then I've got my 2 eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be repotting into this.
So I'm only going to show clips of this process because it ended up taking quite a long time, well over half an hour, but definitely totally worth it. So I just started off with the Naked palette, and to be honest, there wasn't too much planning involved. I just kind of started taking it apart and hoping that it would all come apart. Definitely took a little while, and I had to be careful not to break the actual eyeshadow colors in the process, but it ended up working out okay. As you guys can see kind of from this clip here, once I got the outer shell taken off, there's actually several layers of cardboard underneath, so it was just kind of a process of removing those layers. And as you guys can see, I just put a towel down. This ended up being quite a messy process, so I would highly recommend starting with a towel. But yeah, once I got the last layer of cardboard off, it was just kind of all of the eyeshadow shades were glued to one piece of cardboard layer, so it was a lot easier to pop them off once I'd taken everything else out. So yeah, I just went ahead and grabbed all of the colors that I wanted, and I'll go ahead and just finish this up really quick. I ended up taking pretty much all of the lighter shades, so I think all of the first 5, and then I took 1 or 2 extras besides that. I don't tend to wear many dark makeup colors, so I decided not to use those. And then we moved on to the next palette. This one was definitely a lot more challenging because it is all plastic. The Naked palette had a lot of cardboard, so that was easy to just kind of get rid of by hand. This one definitely took a little bit more of finagling though. What I ended up doing was I went to the kitchen and grabbed a butter knife and a pair of scissors. Once I had the knife, I was able to just kind of pop out the main section of the palette, and then I tried popping out the individual shades. That didn't work, so I'm glad that I had gotten the scissors. So what I ended up doing was just kind of cutting into the plastic with some pretty cheap scissors that I didn't worry about ruining too much. So yeah, I just kind of cut into the plastic around the mold, so enough so that I could actually just pop the colors out. The first 2 came out fairly easily, but the following ones were quite the challenge. So part of what was so challenging was that I actually had 2 of the colors that I was wanting to keep actually broke on me. And at first I thought that I wouldn't actually be able to keep them, but then I kind of thought about it and I realized that makeup is really just like a pressed powder. So what I ended up being able to do was just to take the large pieces that had fallen and kind of press them down just with my finger, putting the shade back into the little pot. This actually worked surprisingly well, and I've actually used both of the shades that I ended up kind of repotting since doing this, and yeah, it's almost like they'd never broken, so that was really nice.
This is glaring really badly. I have successfully repotted all of my eyeshadows and a couple of other things all into one thing. Nice little compact. So I think this turned out super well. I think I was a little hesitant about the compact when I first opened it because it just felt a little flimsy to me, but I think having repotted everything and gotten everything in there, I think it's a lot more sturdy than I think I first thought it was. This little magnetic palette is not wanting to open for me. Excuse me, open. Okay, I'm just really bad at this. But yeah, so I've got a blush color up here. I have my eyeshadows here. As you can see, a bunch of these on the bottom row are for my Naked palette, which I've had for years now. So they're just about empty. So I haven't really tried out any of these from the top row yet. So I want to kind of experiment with a little bit, decide which ones I want to keep. I kind of have a sneaky suspicion that these 2 in particular I won't be keeping, but I'm going to reserve my judgment on that. And then I had the color Toasted from the Urban Decay Naked palette. I ran out of that and got a new one, and I've hit pan on this one as well, but I love this color so much that I'm going to continue to use this. So yeah, I think this thing is huge. I know that Elate also sells like blushes and kind of like loose powder and stuff that you can get that can also go in here. So yeah, I think that this is, probably bigger than I need, but definitely gives me all kinds of options, and I think it looks really nice. Love the bamboo packaging. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on this one. Kind of shared a little about everything else, but there was one other thing that it comes with. So every Elate order that you make, I guess they have little samples that it comes with. So this one right here is called Twinkle Powder, and I think it's just like a sparkly kind of highlighter powder, I'm guessing. This is Celestial Universal Cream. I think that's a cream blush. And then this is the Fresh Tint Fairest Foundation. And yeah, so it comes in these little tiny kind of sample containers. I think that these are definitely made out of plastic, but they're really like small and little and cute. I think I can definitely reuse these. I feel like for a lip balm, this would be like the perfect container. So I'll definitely reuse these. And I'm sure that if you wanted to like ask for no samples, if you're trying to avoid plastic, you could do that. But yeah, that is everything that I got. I think it's going to be really fun having some new makeup products to try and play around with, and probably in the near future I will do an updated makeup routine and makeup collection in case you guys are wanting to see that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I would love to know though if you guys do have any recommendations for either cruelty-free, vegan, zero waste, minimal kind of makeup brands with healthier products. If there's anything along those lines that you use, I would love to hear about that in the comments. Obviously, I'm restocked with makeup for quite a while, but I mean, the nature of makeup is that eventually you need to replace products. So yeah, I would love to hear about any suggestions that you guys have, brands that you love. And so definitely leave those in the comments, and remember to subscribe today if you haven't already. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you in the next video.